Well, welcome to the video everyone. We're at the beautiful Imola circuit. We're doing a multi-class race with LMP2s and LMP3s. This is a 30-minute sprint race. There is so much carnage in this race. Some of it was on purpose, some of it was obviously accidental, but we'll try and show you most of the replays that we can within the time limits. But personally, I had a great race, had a really good battle with one of the fellas.
All right.
Sector 1, yellow flag.
I was a bit unlucky with some of the traffic.
Clear right.
But that's how multi-class racing goes. Here
right
I'm
side,
really sticking to the inside, hoping no one comes me from behind,
right.
leave plenty of space. And luckily I was able to get through unscathed. Now let's have a look at the replay at the start. We're on board with Flambard, and this is absolutely ridiculous. He goes flat out into the pack and demolishes half of the field. This should be bannable for life, in my opinion. Here we're on board. He does brake a little bit, but then he just gets back on the power. He just goes straight through. Absolutely ridiculous. And this is just a third-person view. Yeah, like 10-pin bowling, isn't it? Absolutely ridiculous. And this is a rear view of the guy that gets hit by Flambard. Absolutely terrible. And just one final view of the incident. Yep. Not good. Should be banned for life. Now let's get on board with this fella. He's starting from the pits. I think most people who start from the pits are farming safety rating. But this incident really baffles me. I would think you would be taking a lot of care of seeing there's so many cars off track. And he's got a good view of what's in front, and he makes no attempt to slow down and defeats the whole purpose really of starting from the pits, because now his race is ruined. He's probably got a lot of damage, and yeah, let's get back to the live action.
Xavier has retired.
Well, that's one of the craziest starts to a race I've ever been part of, and I seem to be saying that a fair bit lately. Driving standards seem to be pretty poor, or the care for other people on track seems to be pretty poor. Hopefully the race now improves. Some carnage at turn 1. And here we have a trackside view of Bessel doing an overtake on the inside. Obviously loses a bit of speed and gets tapped by the guy behind. And he's off track. Here's a better view. He's got the run on the guy on the outside. Brakes, then runs deep. Still got cold tyres, gets tapped. And he's just sitting there. Let's get on board with Tor. He just gets this corner really bad. Doesn't get it braked. Runs off, and this just had me in stitches when I saw it, but it's unfortunate though. And you'd think you'd be safe off the road, but certainly not. Great start to the race for those two fellas. Let's get on board with B21 and taps that LMP3. Destroys him. Here's the view from the LMP3. Yeah, it just gets tapped, and his tyres probably aren't in good condition, and his race just deteriorates from there, unfortunately. Now let's get back to the live action. I lost 2 positions.
Green flag, sector 1.
Someone's gone off.
Sector 3 is now yellow. We think that Marshall has gone off in Variante Alta.
P1 and P2 were involved in an incident at the chicane. P2 is on the inside. There really is no overlap prior to the braking zone. It was only after the braking zone that he was able to get overlap, and that was always going to be the outcome. Unfortunately, this fella in P1 gets tapped and then loses it coming out of the corner, and then gets tagged by the guy in front of me and sitting there with his pants around his ankles, and then gets driven into again by someone who obviously can't see him. Now we're on board with P2. Now you really need to be side by side to make a move here, and he's nowhere near side by side and really dives deep into the corner. It was always going to run deep, and that was always going to happen. I'm a bit puzzled why you would go for that sort of move on lap 1. You've got a whole race to put the guy in front of you under pressure. Whack. That's by the guy in front of me. And then he gets tagged again. So we're on board with the guy in front of me. I think he gets a bit surprised. Maybe his vision was blocked. And then this fella's got no real excuse. He can see all the carnage ahead and drive straight into him. Now he's probably got plenty of damage, and his race is going to be affected. So let's get back to the live action from my cockpit. So someone's gone off.
Sector 3 is now yellow.
Cut the corner to try and get past the carnage. And
we think
because
that
of what happened
Marshall
to
has gone off.
that guy in front of me, I get a bit of a run.
Far left. Still there.
And
Hold your line.
he yields the position,
Clear
which is
left.
good. And I'm able to make the overtake and into P2. So not a good outcome for the guys that pole P1 and P2, but me and the guy in front.
That was an interesting first lap.
It certainly was, Lance, but we were the winners and the
just keep hitting your
grinners.
marks. This is looking good. P2.
Well, now that the race sort of settles a bit, we can see in the chat there's a bit of talk about the start, and I think P1 was a bit unhappy
Sector 3 is green.
with the dive going into the chicane, as you would be.
Yellow flag sector 3.
Well, Duff is 2 seconds in front, so
Looks
we've got
like
a bit of work to do.
has gone off in Ravazza 1. Green flag sector 3. The gap to Matzi behind is increasing.
Let's see if
It's
we
now
can even catch him.
1.0.
Well, now that the race is settled, let's have a look at the start for the LMP3s. We're on board with the guy in P11, who's obviously looking for a safe start. Once again, it baffles me why he would run into the back of that fella. And then he moves into the path of those LMP2s. So obviously not the start he's after. Here's a better view. So he is taking care, or keeping slow. And then he speeds up and drives straight into the back of that other LMP3. If it wasn't a bad enough start for the LMP2s, it was certainly made worse there. And that's the guy, Rice, who started from the pits, who finished them all off. Now let's get back to the live action.
Incident in sector 3. Sector 3 is yellow. Green flag in sector 3. Pay attention to track limits. Please, Mons. Yellow flag in sector 1. Yellow flag, keep your wits about you, mate. Green flag sector 3. Is the car rejoining? The leader's just done a 134.3.
Now Imola is a really great track. I really love this track, but it's
You're reeling Duff in. The gap is 1.6 seconds.
Shut up,
Slower
Jim.
than us into Ravazza 1.
Shut up, Jim. but it's a really hard track to make overtakes on if you're racing someone of a similar pace. And track position is everything, so quali
The car in front of us is a lap behind.
are so important. And traffic is the great equaliser.
On your right. Clear
You
right.
don't necessarily need to be the fastest guy on track. If you get a bit of luck with the traffic, it can help you. And I'm eating away at Duff's lead. We're at a similar pace.
We think that Baptiste has stacked it in Tosa.
But it's a really enjoyable battle. Able to try and chase him down. Can I do it? Can I make an overtake? Well, we'll just have to wait and see. But it's a lot of fun.
Track limits.
To check out all the replays.
Well, we have mods, and I think you're oblivious to most of the incidents, but there was some serious carnage.
Yellow flag.
And,
Watch out.
I hope that guy gets reported and banned for what he did.
Green flag in sector 3. New fastest lap for Duff. 1:33.5. Sector 2 is now green. P2. The gap in front is now 1.9 seconds. Blanchard has just retired.
I wasn't actually intending to make a video of this race. I just happened to, by off chance, just hit the record button. And after the race, a couple of the fellas were talking about how much carnage there was, that I decided to make a video of it. But from my point of view, I had a really great battle with Duff. Was really trying as hard as I could to chase him down, or am trying as hard as I can to chase him down.
We've just cut the track.
But I'm putting as many of the replays in as I can just to show you the carnage that occurred.
Fastest lap for Duff, 1:32.8. Larson has retired from the race.
Well, let's go have a look and see why he retired from the race. He gets tapped from behind. I think he's actually going into the pits anyway. We're on board with Wick from behind. And he tags the fella. Yeah. I think the guy going to the pits wasn't full pedal to the metal, and he got tagged from behind. Now let's get back to the live action.
Yellow flag. Sector 2 is green. We think Zoltan has stacked it in Tosa. Coming up on a slower class car, Benoit has just retired from the race.
Now let's see why Benoit is retiring. He's just going down the straight, runs off the track, and just makes a monumental error. Unfortunately, his car is probably toast and he retires.
All right,
now let's get back to the live action.
The gap is now 1.6 seconds. We've been warned about track limits. Sector 2 is now yellow. We can see Seal has gone off in Villeneuve. Keep doing what you're doing, this is spot on. Green flag in Sector 2, that's 20 minutes to go, 20 minutes.
Well, I'm trying as hard as I can to try and make ground up on Duff and just trying to chip away.
The gap in front
good
is
laps
now
down.
1.3 seconds.
There's certain parts of the track where I can make up some ground. But will traffic be kind to me? Let's see.
We've just had a warning for cutting the track. Seal has just retired.
Car right. Clear right.
Okay, Mons, we've gone out of track limits. Keep it between the lines.
Well, there's a bit of an incident here at this turn. This LMP2, Dietrich, spins out and P1 runs straight into him. I have to take evasive action around the outside. Here's a bit of better view. That's Duff collects him and I'm off onto the gravel. Here's a view from Duff. He gets slowed down a little, maybe a bit of damage as well. They lose some top speed. And
Yellow flag.
Left
back
side.
on live
Clear
action
left.
in my car, and I lose a
It
fair
looks
chunk
like
of time
Dietrich has gone off in Ravazza
going
1.
off track. So he's able to skip away, probably gains about 7/10 on
Sector
me
3
there.
is clear, green flag.
That's the beauty of multi-class.
Yellow flag in Sector 1. Sector 1 is now green. Come on, watch these track limits. Please, Mons. Sector 3 is yellow. We can see Elijah has been
Lots of
dipped
carnage.
in. Very anti-alta. Green flag Sector 3. Coming up on a slower class car.
Car right.
Well, I'm getting a little frustrated because I seem
Clear
to be
right.
catching the traffic at the wrong time.
The
That's
gap
just,
to P1 ahead is increasing. It's now
just the way it goes.
1.5.
But we're able to sort of match lap times with
Incident in
Duff in
Sector
front.
2, yellow flag. We think that Fabrice has crashed in Tosa.
But it's a really difficult track to make overtakes on,
Green
as I
flag
said
in
earlier.
Sector 2, incident in Sector 3. Sector 3 is yellow. We think Mora has binned it. Watch those track limits.
Right side. Clear right.
Well, thanks Morvant for moving out of the way. Didn't lose any time, so very grateful for that. Thank you very much.
Minutes left, that's 15 minutes. Okay, Mons, we're halfway through. Great stuff. Keep it coming, mate.
Yeah, you can see there I'm pushing as hard as I can and starting to make some small mistakes. And really, you just need to try and settle and make good
Made a
consistent
big
laps.
blow there.
But when you start pushing and braking later, that's when you lose lap time.
The gap to Duff ahead is now 2.0.
Yeah, so I really need to settle and start to put some good laps down.
Hahn is now retired.
Well, let's see why Hahn retired. Into the barrier. Was he tapped? Ooh, that was lucky for that guy behind. No, he just loses it all on his own. And yeah, not good for him. Let's get back to the live action.
You're coming up on a slower car. Please watch the track limits.
Car right. Clear right.
Slower class car ahead. Come on, track limits. Sector 3 is yellow.
On your left. Clear left.
It looks like Laurent has gone off. The track temperature is falling. It's now 22.
Left side. Clear left.
Okay, Mons, 10 minutes to go. That's 10 minutes left.
Left side. Clear left. Car left. Clear left.
Well, we can see that LMP3 there parked on the side of the road without a wheel. Let's see what happens. He just loses the rear end and crashes into the barrier. His wheel comes flying off. Let's get on board. Gets on the power and yeah, just loses it. Maybe his tyres were damaged from a previous incident and then his wheel just goes flying. And let's get back to the live action.
Right side. Clear right.
The gap to Duff ahead is increasing. It's now 3.5. Laurent has retired. Yellow flag in sector 3. Slower class car ahead. We think Mikkelsen has binned it.
Let's get on board with Mikkelsen. And he gets on the power while still on the grass and spins. Luckily, he has no damage, but I wonder whether his tyres are probably a bit shredded. Let's get back to the live action. That's not the last time we're going to see Mikkelsen involved in an incident. Let's continue on.
Yellow flag in sector 1. We think that Mikkelsen has gone off at Tamirello.
On your right.
Yellow flag.
When it rains, it pours. Mikkelsen's in the car behind and taps the car in front. I don't think that's Mikkelsen's fault. I think the car in front, as you can see, he goes off. He would have lost a fair bit of speed, and Mikkelsen tries to take evading action. He tags him.
Sector 2.
Clear right.
So not a good
Sector 1 is
outcome for
clear.
him, unfortunately.
V1 ahead is
So
now
let's get back to
2.7
the live
seconds.
action.
It looks like Lau has gone off in Tosa. Green flag, sector 2.
Oh,
I've done it.
Yep, that mistake cost me any
Gap
chance
to
of catching
P1
P1, I
ahead
think.
is now 3.7.
Not that I thought I would be able to, but Little mistakes, they add up and they cost you time, don't they? But absolutely having a ball in this race. Lots happening. This is why it's such a great game to play.
We think Bison has gone off in Tosa.
When you get a good bunch of people online, it just makes it even more so.
Pay more attention to track limits, please, Mons.
As we come round the corner of the chicane, we can see an LMP2 parked there. Let's see what happened to him. This is Mikkelsen, and you know you're not having a good day when that sort of stuff keeps happening.
We think Mikkelsen has binned it in Variante Alta.
Yeah, we certainly
Sector 3
have.
is now clear.
His tyres are absolutely shredded, I'd say.
Five minutes to go. This is good. We'll be on the podium if we can keep it together. Slower car ahead. This is their class leader. Geordie has retired from the race.
Let's see why Geordie had to retire. Yeah, there was an LMP2 that was going slow to the right of him, and he tagged him. And now they meet for a game of poker in the middle. And then he gets hit from behind, so yeah, not a good outcome for him, obviously. And I think he's had enough. He pulls over to the right. And let's get on board with Herschel, who was the person that pulled P2. His tyres are obviously shot, and he loses it there. And now he pulls back onto the track, and he's going slow on the right, allowing all the traffic to pass. And now you can see that he gets tagged from behind. That's Geordie. And he stops to let Geordie by, but then just takes off. A comedy of errors, you could say. And this fella comes around the corner and smacks into him. And he successfully made 2 overtakes. Now let's get back to the live action. Let's just move forward in the race lap, and once again I just hit the LMP3 at the wrong time, and certainly not going to dive in.
Sector 3 is now yellow.
Lose
We can
more
see
time.
right has stacked it.
On your left.
So,
Clear left.
That's fine, the race is pretty much finished for me. There's no way in the world I'm going to catch Duff.
acknowledged. Pit stop
Hell of a
requested.
race by
We have
him.
no recorded pit timings. The exit position estimates are unreliable. When we exit the pits, we'll be in P6, just behind Mikkelsen.
And this is where I make the last of my mistakes. I lock up and
Yellow flag in sector 3.
reverse off the track to make sure I don't get in anybody's way.
Green
I'm able
flag
to get
sector
back
3.
on track. At this stage I'm worried whether my tyres are shredded, so I'm being
The crew
extra
is
careful.
ready.
I'm certainly not pitting Jim. I think I have enough fuel. And I'm looking to finish the race off and hold on to P2.
Alright, Mons, we're still cutting. Get on top of it, please.
Well, thanks everyone
Left
for
side.
watching the video.
Clear
I
left.
certainly hope you enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun in this race.
Slower class car ahead.
If you did enjoy the race, please give the
Duff
video a
has
like
won the race.
and subscribe to the channel. And as soon as we pass the finish line, we'll check out the results. I hope to see you in another video.
Podium. Good drive. Nice one.
Well, congratulations to Duff. I didn't see him make any mistakes. Hell of a race by him. I was able to get P2, gained a little bit of driver rank and safety rank. I think I got the fastest lap as well. But once again, thanks everyone for watching the video. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope to see you in the next one. Ciao for now.